We're going.
My name is Joshua Crenshaw, and this is my NUN experience. I was born in Jacksonville, Florida, and honestly, up until recently, I couldn't even imagine myself living anywhere else. I had friends, family, security, and most of all, comfort. This illusion was, in a sense, shattered when I received an email from Northeastern University telling me I'd been accepted into the NUN program. First of all, I was very skeptical because I had no idea what it was. But after some research, I got a little bit of butterflies in my belly. Could I really just leave everything I've known behind that easily? Apparently some part of me said yes, because the next thing I knew, I was packing my bags and heading out the door. Severely cutting my summer plans short, I scrambled to say goodbye to all my friends and family before saying my final farewell to my father and grandmother at Jacksonville International Airport, laying the first stones of my career and future. From Jacksonville to New York to LAX, and LAX to Australia, the flight was long and arduous. Many sacrifices were made at the expense of my sleep schedule. But we emerged to a new day, tired and admittedly unprepared for anything coming our way. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. The bus ride to campus was charged with excitement as we looked out upon the city we were to call home for the next 4 months. Melbourne was absolutely enchanting, and this coming from a guy who hates big cities. Once I became more cognizant of where I was, me and a small group of friends set our sights upon all the city had to offer. A big part of this trip for me was seeing how I could change myself, and that I did. I reached out to people in the area, joining a bunch of clubs at Swinburne, the school we were attending, as well as attending the separate school events. A highlight for me was meeting a man who lived on my floor named Aryan, who was from Iran and in his last year of schooling. He hopes to go back home and help modernize his grandfather's factory with his degree in robotics. But there were also Sam and Anthony, the men who get up at 4 in the morning in order to get everyone else their morning cup of coffee from their literal hole-in-the-wall shop at Glenferrie Station called Zane's Coffee. These men know my order just as well as they probably know hundreds of their patrons' orders. It's truly confounding. Along with all of this, we also had a spring break trip, where me and a couple of friends rented old Nissan Sunny in Queenstown, New Zealand. Unfortunately, it was no Shire, but it did well as a replacement. We went skiing in the beauty of Treble Cone, drove 4 hours to Milford Sound only to get turned away, got a speeding ticket, luged, hiked, climbed a waterfall, played disc golf, and of course had many Ferg pies from the world-famous Ferg Bakery. With all the fun comes the actual school part, too. The classes I took were calculus, chemistry, physics, global experience, and then Australian history. And let me tell you, each of these will be classes I will never forget, all with their own separate pains and joys. One of the big selling points on our trip was the service learning aspect, in which each of us were assigned an organization to serve for the semester. I was placed with a familiar organization, the Red Cross. The Red Cross is a multinational humanitarian organization that seeks to help all of those in need with no discrimination whatsoever. I worked in a Red Cross op shop in what I believe was the most interesting location I could have gotten, the Queen Victoria Market. There I met the store's manager, Anita. Of course I could tell you all about the impact the work had on me or all the good I feel I've done for the grand scheme of the Red Cross. But the truth is, I was affected way more by the people, especially Anita. This woman is constantly busy moving back and forth, balancing paperwork, interviews, 2 store locations, all of the volunteers, sorting clothes, and then even deciding how everything is going to work that specific day. All that, and she still has the time to work with even the most difficult of people with her unconditional kindness. Along with Anita, there are plenty of other volunteers I had befriended, such as Jakadi, Khalida, and especially Robin. The moment I step into that store, I just feel as if I'm part of a family. And that's a feeling that will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Dude, get on top, get on top.
This is the
get on top,
final
come on. Look at you. How do you feel?
Good!
Yeah, I won.